Candida overgrowth. Is it the most undiagnosed or underdiagnosed condition of all time? Well, it certainly felt like it to me. Everyone, Johnny here, Don't Speak News. Well, this is a follow-up on my gut health. So if that's not something that interests you, you may want to click away. But we're going to talk about Candida fungus overgrowth in your guts. And because this is what has happened to me. And I didn't get diagnosed by any doctors. It was I guess you could say a self-diagnosis or prayer diagnosis, because the Lord finally showed me when I was praying one day, a little over a month ago, that John, it's fungus. And he showed me this video I'm about to show you. So after over 2 years of prayer, going to doctors and specialists and doing hundreds of hours of research on my own, I finally know what it is that's made me so sick for over 2 years. Candida fungus overgrowth in my guts. And here's a picture of some of the things that it does. I can't blow it up, unfortunately. But one of the things to look for, guys, is look on your tongue. Stick out your tongue and see if it's got any white coating on it, because mine did. And I didn't know that I was supposed to look for it, because everyone kept telling me I had all these other things that I did not have, including SIBO, which is bacterial overgrowth in your guts, in your small intestine. SIBO stands for small intestinal bacterial overgrowth. Well, what I had was SIFO, which is a fungal overgrowth, not bacterial. So the antibiotics they were giving me, they helped to a degree, but they would never kill it off, and this is why. In fact, it was just helping them proliferate even more, because it was killing off the good bacteria that keeps this Candida overgrowth in check. So basically, it's a gut biome, your gut biome being completely out of balance, and Candida is allowed to overgrow. It happens to diabetics quite a bit. It happens if you eat processed foods a lot, especially fast foods. Okay. It can also manifest as a yeast infection. Ladies, you know what I'm talking about. Okay, that's another manifestation of this. But what they don't talk about nearly enough is the gut problems. Because what happens is, as the yeast feeds itself, it gives off toxic gases. Those in turn make you bloated and miserable, because you can't get rid of it because of what the yeast is doing to your entire digestive system. Everything gets thrown out of whack, and you can get constipation or diarrhea depending on the severity of the overgrowth. I have more diarrhea issues because it doesn't allow, it's eating all of your nutrients before it can get absorbed. And so therefore it's just running out of you because it's not being absorbed into your system. The fungal overgrowth is eating all of your nutrients. So I ended up in the hospital last July because I was afraid to eat or even to drink water, or at least much water. My blood and urine tests showed that I was low on magnesium and potassium, two of the things that Candida sucks out of your body. This is the primary reason for people feeling tired, brain fog, heart palpitations, itchy skin rashes that can even resemble shingles. I've had some of that on my stomach, on the back of my arms, and on my thumb, and one of my fingers. These little rashes, itchy rashes would break out. And that's from this fungal overgrowth. I didn't know what it was. So not once did anyone in the hospital suggest it could be Candida. Not the gut specialist, not the ER doctors, and definitely not the resident doctor at the hospital. So that's another reason I say it's vastly underdiagnosed. Nobody knows what to look for. I will admit, however, that my nonstop belching at times is not a typical symptom. This might be what confused the doctors and the specialists, and that's why they were looking for diverticulitis and other things. But this video I'm sharing with you from YouTube is one of the best, most comprehensive videos I've seen on the subject. And I know from comments and emails that some of you are having similar issues, and I received a comment last night, which is why I'm doing this follow-up today. So here's the video. It's a crash course on yeast overgrowth. It'll show you what to look for, and then, of course, how to deal with it. And I use some of the protocols that I'm sharing with you now. So let's see here. Oh, look at this. All of a sudden, I can't access files. Isn't that amazing? Wow. This computer's about headed, guys. Thankfully, I think I've got a solution. So keep me in prayer on a new computer. But it looks like we may have a solution. So what did I use? Well, first, I got to go ahead and find the pictures I was going to show you. So hang on. Let me pull those back up. All right, here we go. Got the pictures back up. And here is my supplement arsenal, or at least part of it. I have daily dose, which is my daily multi, CoQ10 enzymes. This is vitamin C, 1,000 milligrams. These pills are huge. We have Cardio FX, which is for your heart primarily, but it has some really good ingredients to fight this stuff as well. And then Synergy, another one supplement I take every day for blood sugar and liver cleansing. So let's take a look at these. Oh, and then I also use this raw organic, perfect food, green superfood. It's a juice greens powder that I put in my main juicing that I do for the day. And it's got all kinds of stuff in it that the label's really small, so it would be hard for me to read them off to you, but I put this picture up so you can Google it yourself and go take a look at the ingredients for yourselves. But it's excellent. It also has a probiotic blend in it, which will also help fight off these fungal infections and rebalance your gut biome. Now for the killers, a little more close up on these killers. Synergy. And no, I'm not an affiliate with the People's Chemist. I don't make any money off of this, but this is what works for me. I've been taking this since 2015 for my blood sugar. So, what does it contain? Organic cinnamon bark powder and milk thistle. Both of these are sugar fighters. So for those of you who are type 2 diabetics out there, this is what I use. And it does work. It does reduce your sugars. But you have to use it in conjunction with a diabetic-friendly diet, okay? You have to eliminate processed foods and sugars or it's not going to work. But this will definitely help reduce them even further. Now, for those of you who are type 1, be very careful. I would caution you against taking this at first because of the milk thistle. A study at the Mayo Clinic says that it can actually reduce your sugar too much if you're type 1. So talk to your doctors before you start changing anything. But this is what I've used, and guys, it just works. That's why I keep using it. And cinnamon and milk thistle both are very antifungal. So it will kill this Candida overgrowth that we're talking about. And let me tell you something. This supplement right here, along with coconut oil, are the two that I have found that the fungus hates the most. It fights against this one and the coconut oil that I put in my coffee every day. It fights against those two the most. And so coconut oil is another antifungal. I don't have a picture of it pulled up here, but you know what virgin coconut oil looks like. That's another one that I use in my coffee every day. But cinnamon and milk thistle, oh, the fungus hates it. And I love it because they fight. And of course it hurts because they have to belch it out, but at least I know there's a purpose behind it now. And because I've been doing this, my symptoms have greatly reduced. The other one I use that's very antifungal is this one. It's called Daily Dose. And the reason it's so antifungal is because of the turmeric and cayenne pepper. I'm not sure about boswellia and bromelain being antifungal, but I know the other two are. And so this is another one that I take on a daily basis. Like it says, it boosts memory, increased focus. It's anti-inflammatory. That's the biggest one I like. And it's got a high curcumin content, which helps keep your blood flow going. Cayenne pepper is an amazing, amazing spice. Then we have this. Cardio FX. Another good one to fight off fungal overgrowth. It has hawthorn, grapeseed extract, excellent for your heart, both of those. Magnesium citrate, once again, excellent for your heart. And garlic powder, which is one of the biggest antifungals you can get. Garlic and oregano oil. I'm not saying you have to buy these supplements, guys. I'm just showing you what I'm using and the ingredients in them that fight off this stuff. So you can go buy organic bark powder if you want and use that. Put it in your coffee, put it in your juice. Whatever the case may be, whatever it tastes good on. Same thing if you have turmeric, just start using that. Cayenne pepper, same thing. Cayenne pepper greatly reduces the symptoms. I put it on my fingertip and put it under my tongue, so it's sublingual. It kind of bypasses your digestive tract that way and gets right into your bloodstream. And that's what you can use to open up your heart. If you're having heart palpitations, opens up your circulation like you wouldn't believe. It's like taking one of those little nitrous pills that heart patients have in their pockets. So, and then of course this one is excellent. This is the one that changed my blood color from a bad dark color to a bright, healthy red looking color. So this one works really well too for a lot of things, but the garlic powder, if you have some good garlic, guys, it really fights this fungus. It hates it. And oregano oil as well. A couple drops of that under my tongue work wonders. And then, of course, I also use CoQ10, which you can see in the picture right here, which is an enzyme that one of you was sending to me for quite a while. And then I started having to buy my own here at Costco. And my wife finds it on sale for me, and we buy a couple at a time. But it has a lot of uses, guys. And it's not so much of a fungus fighter. It's just something you should have in your daily diet, especially if you have any heart issues, because it's great for after heart attacks, heart failure, high blood pressure, high cholesterol, diabetes, which is one of the reasons I take it. Okay. It may improve heart health and blood sugar and help manage high blood pressure in people with diabetes. It has made a difference for me. And one of the main reasons I take it is because of gum disease. It causes swelling, bleeding, pain, and redness of the gums. Well, if I take my COQ10, I never get it. If I don't take it, it slowly comes back. It's amazing. So this is one that I definitely have to have as well. Not so much an antifungal, but since it's on the picture, I figured I'd share it with you and share why I take it and how it works for me. Last but not least, you got to get rid of yeast, guys, because that's what this stuff is, right? And this is what it feeds on is yeast. But one of the ways I did that were these raw organic tortillas from Costco. This is a picture of the wrapper here. The ones we've been getting, I think, come 50 in a pack. But anyway, they're organic and they only have 1 gram of sugar. And so 1 gram isn't going to kill you. It isn't going to feed the fungus. At least it hasn't for me. There are some carbs in it, so be careful how much of it you eat. But if I just have one with my breakfast, I put a little bit of peanut butter on it, good to go, right? Same thing with tacos. I can have taco night any night of the week with these things. It's like having a soft taco. You have to cook them in the frying pan for a little while, a couple minutes on each side, and then they're good to go. And you can, make them crispy if you want. It's really neat. So, and they have the biggest thing for me, though, no yeast. No yeast at all. And so eat unleavened bread, what have you. But if you have to have bread, or don't eat bread at all, but stay away from anything with yeast in it. Even saltine crackers, which I didn't realize had yeast in them until I started really trying to fight this stuff off. Well, I was feeding it every time I had a saltine cracker and didn't realize it. So make sure you check everything and make sure it doesn't have any yeast in it. Anything that you're snacking on as well. So there you go, guys. I hope this helps. I know that more people than me are suffering from this. So I wanted to share with you what I've been doing and what's been working for me. And I have now reduced my symptoms by 90 to 95%. As long as I stay on the diet that I'm on, as long as I keep taking these supplements, I can keep it in check, and I'm killing it. But when I prayed about it at the end of March, the Lord told me it was going to take a whole month at least to kill it off. And we're about there. At the end of April, beginning of May now, I'm about 95% better. So it's almost done. But if I'm not careful and maintain my diet and everything, it'll come right back. So there you go. I hope this helps somebody out there, because I know there's more than one that has this issue. There you go, guys. That's it for now. God bless. Take care. Johnny Storm, Don't Speak News.